Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another episode of our Werewolf the Wild West Chronicle. I'm the Randall Sarkon. My name is Will, and I'll be your storyteller this evening. Last we left off with our pack, we jumped to February 24th and the waning crescent moon. We established that after the events of the traveling circus being burnt to the ground, that everything has kind of calmed down with the winter coming to a close and spring on the horizon. They got to sit down with the Korax before he departed for parts west, and they got to hear a bit of the crow itself instilling a bit of a prophecy through him. Let's see. They also saw that Layla was kind of morose, dealing with boy troubles, and how she did not like that her man was spending time at the gold digger. They had Doc come in and ask if any of the girls were sick, because a couple of people have lost their lives to a strange disease that's floating around, where the people were coughing up crystallized bits of saliva and phlegm, and kind of drowning in their own blood. Walks and Liana went over to Doc's office to kind of check out the samples that he had collected from the two bodies. He had drawn the symbol for female and the symbol for male on each of the vials so as not to get them mixed up. And then Walks tried to summon a Weaver Spirit and found himself being shunted into the Dark Umbra, where he got to meet some of the restless of the city, who now know that there is a lupine in town that can go across and will start becoming more prevalent, just so you guys are aware. But Liana went over to trying to find Cora for her help, and they got lucky that Doc had called in a favor from Imwe, who is one of the Silent Striders that comes and goes from the cairn, and he managed to pull Walks out of the Dark Umbra. But they met up with Doc, and we left off with them headed to the graveyard, where they saw two grave markers knocked over and two holes in the ground where bodies had been buried. And we're going to pick up instead with Ardyce, since we didn't get to see any of her last episode. Where do you think Ardyce scampered off to?
Well, what day is it?
It is Monday, I believe.
That it's not a day for church.
That is not a day for church. I mean, well, any day is a day for church, if you believe hard enough.
I'm glad we went through the same process. Where did she go? Couldn't it be church? It's a Monday.
It can't. No, Mass is on Saturday evenings, Sunday all day, and Wednesday mornings. There is no church on Monday. I could go bother them, but that's not the schedule. You should know the schedule by now.
You're right. My apologies.
Sometimes when we're feeling feisty, there's a Friday night Mass. That's only when we're feeling like we actually need to go pray. I would say wherever is the least in the way is where she was hanging out, kind of just waiting for everybody else to. So I don't think she doesn't have her own room. She used to sleep in. We haven't played in quite a while. She used to sleep in Pepe's old room, correct?
She has access to a room.
Yeah.
I know that you were sleeping with Cora. No, you were sleeping with Cora because of the ghost, but the ghost is gone now.
Ghost is gone.
That ghost is gone now.
Right.
We went to check your room, and you weren't in your room. So maybe you were in someone else's room.
I feel like the last time I was in Pepe's old room.
Sure.
So I would say that's where she was hanging out while they went adventuring without her. She kind of sits like a doll in a house until somebody's like, "Do you want to come?"
Okay.
So we just checked the wrong room.
Yeah. And
got it.
And while all of this was going on, then I think Clayton would have shown up. Brought you a plate of breakfast.
Can you remind me who Clayton is? Because I remember Garrett and Layla,
Yeah.
but I don't remember Clayton.
Clayton was the kinfolk that had come over from the East Coast. Had been offered a job to help out since.
Was he the super friendly person?
Not your kind of friendly, but
Okay.
he was friendly. Yeah, because Garrett and Layla don't know about Werewolf Society.
Yeah.
And most of the girls don't know about Werewolf Society.
Got it.
They almost did last week.
They almost learned a lesson.
I don't remember who Clayton is, but I'm not going to act like that, obviously.
Yeah. Clayton is one of the nicer gentlemen that you've dealt with. He's the one that went up to you the first time you met him and led you to the bar from the stairway without asking for your permission to grab your elbow.
How could I forget?
Mm-hmm. That guy.
Okay. He works at the establishment now?
The Gilded Apple, yeah.
Why do I not remember that? What the heck?
It's been a while. It's been,
It has been a while. Like a year? More than a year?
A bit. For you, yeah.
Yep.
But he knocks at the door and he'll open it a crack. Miss Ardyce, I have breakfast here for you if I can come in.
Absolutely. And she puts her rosary and Bible to the side and places it neatly and kind of stands up and dusts herself off and motions to come into the room, whether that be in the right or wrong direction.
And you hear the door creak open, and you hear him walk over to one of the corners where there's a side table, and he drags it over to the bed. Yeah, here you go,
I
ma'am.
can eat at the table, and she kind of like waves him off. I can eat at the table. That's fine with me.
Sure. Yeah. Let me put this at your dressing table then, and you hear him put the plate down, and he pushes the table back into its corner. Garrett said that you're a fan of warm milk, so I hope it's not too hot.
It is probably just the right temperature. And she saunters over. How are you this morning?
Oh, I'm doing all right. You know, had to deal with that Korax fella before he left. But it seems that there's from the little bit that I overheard of Doc's conversation, it seems that there's a bit of a sickness spreading out through the city. So I'd be a little bit wary if I were you, Miss Ardyce.
Wary in what way?
Oh, he said people were drowning in their own blood. I know that Miss Cora and Mr. Walks, they didn't know if it could affect your kind in the same way, so just figured, you know, better safe than sick.
She kind of reaches out to grab the chair that's there and holds onto it to ask, did he say how people are catching this sickness?
I didn't catch that, ma'am. I'm sorry. I just know that there were two victims so far. Someone at the jail and someone at the general store.
So nobody here?
No, ma'am.
Well, I'm grateful for that. Is there any other details that you remember?
I saw that Garrett and Layla were up to their hijinks as always. Oh, Layla's sad. I did clock that.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Can you tell me why? It's okay. If you can't, I can ask her.
I think it'd be better if it came from you, ma'am. I think that she is not looking to meet with members of my kind.
Your kind?
Men.
Oh. Oh. So she's having trouble with the opposite sex currently.
I don't know if trouble's the right word. I'm Miss Ardyce, I hate to admit it, but I'm a simple man, and I don't understand some of the ways that your fair sex works.
Works?
The mysteries of the woman.
Well, there's not much mystery to us. You just have to ask us.
I'll take your word for it then, Miss Ardyce.
Are you saying that there's trouble across all men, or is there specific men that she's not looking forward to speaking with?
Ma'am, I'm not in the frame of mind to go spewing information that I don't have concretely established for myself.
And she kind of covers her hand over her mouth and says, "Oh my goodness, it didn't sound like I was gossiping, did it?"
No, ma'am. I didn't want it to sound like I was gossiping is all.
Oh, I appreciate your clarification. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to pry more than you knew.
No.
I can just finish my breakfast and go find her.
That might be for the best. If you need anything, I'm around. I know Garrett is still fighting to hold on to a lot of his kingdom, as it were, but I'm helping out as much as I can.
Absolutely. Thank you for giving me breakfast. I appreciate it. Next time I'll wander down there myself. I don't want to cause you any more trouble.
Oh no, please, no trouble at all.
And she plops down to start eating. Or is it just milk? Did he just bring milk?
No, it's
Okay.
it's a set of eggs, scrambled eggs, a bit of fried ham,
Okay.
a bit of what's it called, shredded chicken, over some
No
kind
pocket
of
bacon.
no pocket bacon, over some kind of gravy, a thick piece of toast, and then there is a cup of warm milk.
Love milk.
It's helps the body grow, bro.
Did you just tell us your ideal breakfast?
No.
Oh.
No, I have two different breakfasts that I eat. I either eat a pair of waffles or I eat raisin bran.
Oh.
So
No warm milk.
no warm milk. No. I miss pancakes. I will say that.
IHOP? Wait, have pancakes been invented in this time?
Yes.
She's gonna request some soon.
I would hope so. Pancakes are better than waffles.
It would
Yeah,
be
they're very
weird if waffles were somehow invented before pancakes.
I don't feel like that
The
that could be
griddle
possible.
pan has been around for quite a while.
Yeah.
Did you say the cake of pan?
The griddle pan.
The griddle
Oh,
pan.
I heard the cake
which
of
is how
pan
you-
has been around for a while.
The cake of pan.
The
Both
cake
of them have
pan.
existed for a very long time.
Yep.
I feel like we probably also have what's the stuff that you get at the fair?
Funnel cake?
Funnel
Funnel
cakes?
cake. Yeah.
Yep.
I feel like we have that too.
I love how everybody instinctively locked into what the answer was.
I had to hold myself back because I was going to say elephant ears.
Oh my
Well, it's
god.
the same thing.
Yeah, I know, but
Yeah,
Except
you can ward them off with chocolate too.
elephant ears.
Elephants.
No,
Watch out for the hippopotami.
Yeah. But by the time you're finished with breakfast, you will hear that Layla is scrounging around on the upstairs flight. Some of the girls are. It sounds like they're trying to console her for something, but she's very dismissive of them.
So I can hear her and where she is?
Yeah, easily.
Okay. So I walk over to her and try to reach my hands out and ask for her. And try to see if she'll respond because I can't really force myself on somebody I can't see.
Yeah, and she, you feel her fingers kind of interlock with yours.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Miss Ardyce, you're finally awake.
Yes, and I was told to go directly to you that you have something to speak with me about.
I do. Who told you this?
A young gentleman who came up this morning to give me breakfast, and she doesn't want to give away Clayton's name, so she's just like, I just heard from a birdie.
Oh, I see that Clayton's running his mouth again.
I did not say which man.
Well, it sure as fuck wasn't Garrett. I've been looking at that motherfucker the whole night, the whole morning, just sitting there behind his bar.
Would you like to come
flipping middle fingers at people who are just trying to say hello to him?
Would you like to take me to your room?
Would you like to go to my room, Miss Ardyce?
I would.
And
I've never been inside your room, have I?
it has been some time, sure. She'll hook her arm around yours and lead you into her room. It smells of flowers, violets, honey.
I don't think I know what violets smell like.
Wow.
I don't think I've ever smelled a violet in my life, actually. Now that you said that.
Interesting.
Honey, I know.
Yeah. It's a bouquet of flowers, but the one that strikes out the most is the violet. But you can smell honey. It smells of tobacco, but very faintly. And she leads you to her bed and she sits you down.
Yeah. I have a feeling that you're a little upset. Would you like to talk through it with me?
Miss Ardyce, if I hear one more person trying to tell me that my love life is going to be just fine, I think I'm going to scream.
Well, Miss Layla, I didn't exactly say that, did I?
You didn't exactly say that, no. You've been spending a lot of time talking to Garrett. I see you. You're trying to rile me up just as he does.
I'm not trying to rile you up. I actually am trying to do the opposite. But that's only if you're open to it. And if you're not open to it, then I can just sit here and you can just yell at me if you need to, or have whatever negative emotions you need to, and I'll sit here and take it until they're all out of your system.
And you feel her get incredibly close to you, and she straddles you. What exactly are you willing to take, Miss Ardyce?
Is this more comfortable for you, Layla?
I mean, you're...
And she kind of gives like a double shoulder pat. Like, is this a new comfort that you're requiring?
I want to know just how far you're willing to go to comfort me, Miss Ardyce, is all.
Well, I guess I could sit this way if you need me to.
You can feel free to scooch back if you like. And she gets closer to you.
Scooch back?
Sure. Lie down, why don't you?
Is that going to be helpful for you?
Oh. It's going to be right amusing for me, sure.
All right. And she kind of like tries to like wiggle her way out from under, respectfully out from under where she is.
Oh, yeah, she gets off. Once you start to wiggle, she'll get off.
Like a corpse, she like lies on the bed and kind of straightens her skirt and stiffly puts her hands over her lap and lay back.
Sure. You rest yourself there.
All right. Well, I guess I can listen while laying. And she lays back completely.
Right. Get comfortable, I think. And she starts to take off your shoes.
Oh, no, thank you. And she immediately like grabs her feet and kind of tucks them underneath her. Would you like me to keep my shoes off the bed? And she like scooches so that most of her body, so she's like sideways, most of her body's on the bed, but her shoes are off. And she's trying to look comfortable, but she's completely as stiff as possible.
Yep. Are you feeling uncomfortable, Miss Ardyce? You look pained.
Well, I'm not in pain by any sense of the word, but I don't see how this is conducive to a conversation. But if it's what you require, I can try my best.
Oh, I do want you to try your best, sure. And you feel her grab your ankles. Oh, come on, let's take these shoes off.
I don't believe I need to take my shoes off. And she kind of like keeps taking away her feet every time Layla goes for her shoes.
Okay. You see how you're fighting me?
Sure. I'm not trying to fight you.
It feels an awful lot like you're trying to fight me, Miss Ardyce.
And she kind of sits up and says, I'm not fighting you, Layla.
But you see how technically I am correct?
If you would like to be correct, technically you're correct.
Oh, so gracious of you. Thank you.
You're welcome. And she thinks she did something not sarcastic.
Yep. Yep. So, if we're done here, I think that I will be just fine on my own. Thank you.
Okay.
But if you
And
ever
she
want to
kinda-
take off your shoes and have a sit for a while,
Take off my shoes to sit.
mhm,
And she's kind of like doing the math meme
yeah,
of like the lady with all the algebra.
yeah.
My shoes to sit. I'm not understanding what you mean, but if I have to take off my shoes to be with you, then I would prefer to keep my shoes off.
Oh,
Just for the time being. Maybe another time we can.
so you
Speak
don't want to
without
spend
shoes.
time with me, is what I'm understanding, technically.
I'm just confused why my shoes are a part of the equation. But I do want to spend time with you, and to be frank with you, I did come here to check on you because I was worried.
And you have checked in on me. You should not worry anymore. And you feel her grab your face, and she kisses your forehead. Go on and be the turtle dove that you need to be. You'll be fine.
All right, you promise me? And she kind of like takes her hand out, not for like a handshake, but just to hold it.
Yeah.
You promise me you're going to be all right, and you're not upset with at least me.
No, there's so much for me to be upset with Garrett about.
Would you like me to rough him up?
Oh, so that you're willing to do, but you're not willing to take off your shoes. I see now.
Well,
See
I
where
need
the
my
line
shoes
is
to rough him
drawn
up.
in the sand. And she
I would
opens the
do-
door to her room.
Mm-hmm.
Garrett, come get your turtle dove.
I can go right to him if you need me to give him a talking to, because
Oh,
I can be quite stern.
You give him a talking to then.
I will, but what should I say? What are you upset with?
So much and so little at the same time, Miss Ardyce.
Was he disrespectful to you?
No. No.
Did he harm you?
No, not at all. You better hurry if you want to catch Garrett. He looks like he's making moves for the front door.
Was he being sly about something?
Garrett? No.
Mhm.
He's simple.
Are you mad at him because he's simple?
No.
I can't change that.
He can't hurt himself.
Well, all right. I'll still not be as kind as I've been to him. How about that? Would that be sufficient enough for you?
Oh, sure. And you hear some heavy footfalls coming your way. And you hear her kind of shuffle out of the doorway. And Clayton, Miss Ardyce, do you need me to take you downstairs?
I can take myself down, Clayton. Thank you very much.
All right.
And she grabs towards the railing to head down.
Miss Layla, you all right? You need anything? And You hear her go, a stiff drink would be nice, and something that isn't made by Garrett. He likes to water his drinks down. The louse. And he's like, understood. I'll get you some of Cora's little jar. And she's like, don't you fucking dare. Simple bourbon
And
is fine.
Ardyce's head kind of swivels back towards where Layla is, and it shakes and says, I wouldn't drink what Cora drinks. Not because she doesn't like to share. She indeed does like to share. But it is quite a taste.
It sure is. It sure is.
Mhm.
Yeah. But you hear the door close and Clayton, you can feel Clayton hovering behind you, almost like how somebody would be when they're not sure how to handle a blind person.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you could see, he'd have his hands like out by your sides, just kind of making sure you don't fall in either direction.
She takes a breath and kind of holds onto her skirt with one hand and turns to face where she feels him hovering, and directly at him says, Clayton, I have been blind my entire life.
I understand that, ma'am.
I know you understand that. So you can put your arms down because I feel them around me and let me walk.
All right, sure. Yeah.
Thank you for being concerned about me. And she lightly pats his chest, turns around, and starts walking down the stairs.
Right. And he does take a couple steps back, but he still matches your pace.
Just to make sure.
Yeah. You'll hear Liana come rushing in looking for Cora, and immediately get taken into Cora's office. And then after a moment, you'll hear them rushing out.
So I didn't go in the office. You're saying I heard Liana go into the office and come out.
Yep.
Okay.
Very
Is
quick
Cora...
conversation.
Okay. Everybody's here, though?
No, Wax is not around.
Interesting.
And Garrett comes over. He's like, "Oh, Miss Ardyce, it seems that there's been some trouble at Doc's office. Would you mind finishing up Cora's lesson for her?" The girls were reading. I think I don't know if they're ready for it, but I know that Cora was trying to read the Odyssey to them.
Well, I can't necessarily read it to them, but I could recite it for them.
Sure.
Would that be appropriate?
Yeah.
But before that, I have to speak with you about something.
Oh, all right. Should I pull up a chair or?
Yes, you should.
All right.
And that's like her way of making him a little nervous.
Yeah. He stomps around for a little bit. But if you could see, he has not really grabbed the chair. He's just kind of like moved around in a circle and then stood in front of you behind the bar. All right. I'm ready to hear whatever you got to say.
Well, I've heard that you are doing something distasteful towards Layla, and I would like to know how I can help you guys mend your bond. I know that you guys are very close friends.
Miss Ardyce, I hate to be the bearer of bad news to you, but I think Layla's having her way with you.
Having my what?
Having her way with you, as it were.
I don't believe so.
Oh.
She seemed fairly upset. I did hear her crying.
I do know that she has had trouble with a gentleman over at the Gold Digger, but with me, nothing has ever changed between the two of us. I may take a couple more snaps at her now that I have Clayton working behind the bar with me. Since, we are evenly matched now. Layla doesn't have Cora to go running back to.
Well, you'll have to answer to me if you're going to snap more at her.
No, Miss Ardyce, I don't think either one of us would want that.
I agree.
I'm glad we come to this understanding.
Good. And she thinks that that was like the best
Yeah.
negotiation that
Oh,
she's ever had.
100%. And you hear him come around, and he doesn't touch you without your consent, but he will say, I'll lead you down to the office if you like.
I can walk there myself.
All right.
And she does. And she has been there long enough and is used to where the tables are sat.
Yep.
And where the chairs are. Unless somebody has like pushed and moved things, she knows exactly where to go.
Okay.
It's become second nature at this point before it's like stumbling into everything.
The classroom door closes as Cora's office door opens, and Cora and Liana go rushing towards Doc's office to handle the situation with Walks. They, few minutes later, once your class is done, you'll see that Walks, Liana, and Cora are
minutes
back.
later, my whole class was a minute. Like a couple of minutes.
Like it took about half an hour to an hour because they did go chasing down a gentleman that saw Walks disappear into thin air. So he needed to be calmed and reassured that Walks is not, in fact, a devil.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that did take like an hour. But they come back. By the time they come back, Doc also comes back. And that way you can be there when all of you are at the graveyard and you notice that there's 2 holes in the ground.
So we've moved to the graveyard?
Yes.
Okay. Hi, everybody else.
Yeah, but everybody's together now.
Yeah, that's why I said hi.
Yeah.
So
Had a good day, hummingbird?
I had a very interesting day, and Layla tried to take my shoes, and Garrett had a stern talking to. By me.
She tried to take your shoes?
She insisted on taking my shoes. But I was insistent that I wanted my shoes on.
Interesting.
Were you laying on her bed?
Yes, but she asked me to.
Oh my goodness.
You don't put shoes on people's beds.
I know, so I had to keep them off the bed while I was on the bed because she specifically asked for me to be laying on the bed.
And that's where the gentle head pat. It's just everyone kind of sees the, and then it's the gentle head pat.
I don't think it's time for a lesson.
No,
it's a very odd thing for her to do.
Right, correct.
Yeah.
So, anyways, there are these empty graves.
Yeah.
Should we be worried about that? Because I'm worried about that.
We should be worried about that. Is Doc with us still, or?
Yeah, he's looking around. Excuse me. And he'll step behind the church and then come back in his lupus form.
Ooh, what does it look like? I don't think we've gotten Doc's lupus form description yet.
You haven't. You're right. Doc, being the Shadow Lord that he is not black, but he's like a grayish black. A very light black. There's a little tinge of white right between the ears, a little bit of the white on either side of his muzzle. He's got little white patches on the back of each of his paws, and the tip of his tail has this starburst of white. But otherwise, it's almost like a gradient. It starts off in a very kind of dark gray in the center of his mass, and as it comes out towards his extremities, like his snout, his paws, his tail, it gets darker and darker. So it does get to the point where it's like a very light black, but he doesn't look completely black. And he comes out, he starts to sniff around. Shakes his head.
Before we do anything else, do the graves look like they've been dug out, or do they look like something's like clawed and climbed out of it?
It looks like the earth was pushed up and out.
Okay. We are dealing with the undead.
Is this a thing that we should know about? Or is this a strange thing to all of us all the time, always?
It's strange because the sun hasn't set yet. And if they were like vampires, they would have to wait until the sun goes down.
Otherwise,
Okay,
catch
but we
fire.
don't know nothing about no like zombies and whatnot.
It's very rare to hear stories of like an undead that isn't a vampire.
Can I do an investigation check for like any type of tracking markers or something?
Sure. Let's have you make a perception and investigation, or perception and survival, whichever one you'd like.
Investigation has 4.
Okay. Yeah. Difficulty would be 6. They weren't trying to hide their egress.
I didn't get a single thing higher than 6, so they were all failures.
Okay. Yeah, there's a couple of trails that start to veer off, but once the mound of earth dissipates and kind of gets stamped down, they aren't as easy to follow.
I want to try again now that we're at the end of the trail.
Do it again.
No. To do it again, it will increase the difficulty to 8 now.
I just got all of these new abilities with my experience points, and I
Yeah.
can't even use them right.
It's rough.
You got ability?
You got
Hey, at
you got
least
things.
you didn't wander off the trail into the Shadow Realm.
This is true. I'm doing something a little bit better.
You will notice that Doc is following your lead. He keeps looking back to make sure nobody's following, to make sure the coast is clear.
Would tracking be better in any other form?
You could try tracking them in lupus form, because that way you wouldn't be tracking their track visually, you'd be tracking their scent. But Doc
Is Doc
also
picking up on anything?
no, Doc shook his head when he tried to smell for them.
Okay.
Can I tell if there's any kind of taint around?
Ooh.
Is this like...
Check
You-
for taint.
Do you have sense worm?
I do.
Oh,
That's my work.
there you go.
What do I have to do to sense the worm?
Let's find out.
Taint checkers.
That's what they
Yeah.
called me in high school. Sorry.
Yeah,
You gotta watch out for taint mites.
gotta find that. Where's the gifts here? There. Okay. Oh, wow. I don't see sense worm on your list.
On mine?
Yeah. Oh wait,
It's
no.
in
I was looking at Cora.
gifts.
You
Right,
called
consider it.
Liana a liar?
No, I was looking at Cora's.
Liana is not a liar.
Mm-mm. Yeah, you do have sense worm.
Fox, on the other hand.
I also have Fangs of Judgment.
Ooh, yeah, you You have 4 gifts?
Yeah.
Where'd you get that 4 gift, girl?
I don't know. We did it together, boy.
Alright, don't yell at me. I should have opened up my world. So sense worm, I believe, is a perception and a cult roll.
Okay.
So we'll go with that for now. While I open up my W20 book.
Are these also 6 to pass to
Yeah, difficulty
words?
6. Yes. Mm-mm-mm-mm.
Ooh, I got 3 successes this time.
Nice. You can definitely sense there has been something of a corruption here. It's faint, but it was much stronger at some point.
Can we tell by that how long it's been since these tainted things were happening?
It'll be rough to estimate without something to judge against it.
Okay.
If you want to keep following, though, you do have a scent that you can try to follow. It isn't a scent of a person, but it is the sensation of the taint.
I will follow it.
Okay.
Is Doc sticking with me?
Yep.
Okay, so I got Doc.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm following around too.
Yep.
If you say that you sense
Mhm.
sense worm, sense taint.
Yeah.
We're all coming along.
There you go.
I probably tapped Ardyce on the side and been like, okay, follow us. Yep.
Sorry, I was having a sneeze attack in real life.
No, you're fine. You're right now?
No problem.
Yeah.
When was it that Doc knew when the bodies were buried, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
He
It was
would have
like
known.
2 days ago or something, or a day
Yeah.
ago?
Yeah, give or take. The first body was buried about 2 days ago. The woman's body was buried yesterday.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So where does the scent lead us?
So yeah, I was just looking for the gift and I can't find it. So you follow the scent out of the city towards the east a little bit, more north than east, but still away from the city and into some of the wilderness. And here the landscape becomes much more hilly. And as you crest a hill, you'll see like a line of trees. Not really a forest, but there's definitely like a small outcropping of trees. You'll see what looks to be a farm. Little tendril, like a snake of smoke coming up from a chimney. But you'll see 2 shapes at the forest line, just kind of keeled over and vomiting. And when they see you, they rush into the tree line towards the farmhouse.
That's not good.
We should probably
let's
follow.
pursue. Yeah.
I'm here to follow y'all.
Are you trying to cut them off at the pass, or are you trying to investigate the scene where they vomited?
A part of me thinks that exploring the vomit is the smarter way to go, like the scientific way to go. But also, it's kind of gross.
Yeah, it's kind of gross.
Yeah, sure is. Okay, you rush towards the farmhouse, and you'll see that the door has been broken in, and you'll hear screaming, and then suddenly it stops.
Time to run.
Can I go back to the vomit?
mean, you could. They got to the house first.
Mm-hmm.
So you could go back if you wanted to, but you do hear them making noise, like they're tossing furniture, they're throwing plates down. There's an inhuman kind of roar that comes from inside, like anger. You guys are familiar with it because of your rage,
Mm-hmm.
but this doesn't sound Guru.
Maybe we should go in there and start swinging.
Yep.
Yay!
So I started blasting.
Mhm.
Start blasting. But that's literally Ardyce, because she can't see. She just starts blasting, man.
Mhm.
Do we know this little house?
This is one of
Have you
the.
gone like super far from town and like, we've been around.
You're an hour outside of town now. It's one of the families that you might have heard about, but yeah, I don't think you've ever met them.
Mm.
And you know that there's plenty of farmland out here on the outskirts of the town anyway. The big one is that there's an orchard in the north that is part of the King Brewery Corporation. And they're the ones that are like responsible for all the apples for their apple cider.
Apple cider, apple jack. Gotta love it.
Yep.
Gilded apple? Sorry. Word association.
Yeah, I know.
Apple.
But yeah, it's
Apple.
Cora's not playing around. Yeah, screaming, crashing of plates. Yeah,
Mhm.
she's gonna be running in there.
Okay.
And I'm running in too, bitch.
Yeah.
Ride or
Yeah.
die.
Everybody run
Yeet.
in.
Come on, turtle dove in action. I'll pick your fucking eyes out, bitch.
Yep. And you'll see what looks to be two humanoid shapes. I say humanoid because there's altering to the genetic code. You'll see that the taller of the two, those of you that can see, will see that the taller of the two has his left arm split open towards the elbow, almost like a large scorpion claw. And his right arm is covered in what looks to be these obsidian barbs that come out of his skin. And then the woman, smaller of the two, very clearly femme presenting. Her left arm is split at the shoulder and copied. There's like a second arm that comes off of it. So she has two clawed arms that end in 3 fingers instead of 5. And her right arm has been warped and split into 3 spider-like appendages. They're short and they look more like they fan than anything. There's little webbing, kind of like the flying squirrel kind of skin between the three appendages.
I would like to say, even though I cannot see, Chewie loves a spider. He will put a spider in every story you ever.
You deal with a lot of spiders. I hate to break it to
I
you.
do. Is it me? Am I just the spider?
No, it's
inspiration
werewolves.
for you?
It's
No,
werewolves.
there was a spider last week and you
Werewolves
weren't
have
here.
a thing
Yeah.
with spiders
Yeah, but
too.
other
yeah.
games
I
that we
think
have played,
perhaps
Chewie's
Chewie
like,
also has a thing for spiders.
yeah, for real. That's what I'm saying. Chewie
No,
loves spiders.
There's a primordial fear that comes from spiders, and it's
He
one of
loves
those.
beaver.
Did you say
That's
beaver?
primordial even for
That's
werewolves.
Beaverman.
Oh,
Beaver.
I heard beaver, and I was like, technically, you're right.
Technically.
That's the word of the day. But you see them both turn in your directions as you come rushing in. What do you want to do about them?
Or whatever you do, I do.
Put them back in the ground where they came from.
Yeah.
You jump, I jump.
Let's maintenance this.
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, probably gonna spend a rage point to
Okay.
I don't need to
Take
spend
it.
a rage point, right? Because I'm menace. I can just fucking shift.
You can shift into your Krynos form because it is your breed form. But all right. For everybody else, before initiative happens, do you want to shift into your Krynos form?
I'm keeping a step back and outside with where
Okay.
Doc is.
Yeah,
I was like, no.
I know what I'm about.
Okay.
I feel like I stayed behind to check out the vomit. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
I don't think I ever went in the house.
Sure. All right.
Nikki,
So
ride or die.
yeah. So Cora and Ardyce, please roll 1 die and add the total of your wits and alertness to it.
Wait,
But if I hear the two of you screaming, then I'll come running for you.
I have a beautiful thing called Call of the Wild, and I use that all the time.
Yep.
Wits and what?
Wits and alertness.
Alertness. I
Yeah.
probably don't have a lot. Nope. Probably.
All right. Cora, what'd you get?
11.
Me too.
11. Okay. Let's see. Let's see what they get with my werewolf dice. That's terrible, buddy. I don't see you surviving too long.
Yeah, fucking die.
Oh, but she rolled high.
Oh,
Do, do,
bitch.
do, do, do.
Our greatest ally and greatest adversary. Random chance.
Random
Let me take
chance.
that one on.
Yeah. So the girl he won the initiative contest. So it'll be her, then Cora and Ardyce in whatever order you want to go, and then the guy if he survives.
Okay. Is he
Um,
already dying? He's on his way out.
I mean, you are
Was it bad
werewolves.
on the initiative?
You are werewolves in Krynos form, so anything is going to be a bad day. Standing in front of you.
I've seen werewolves chuck cars
Yeah.
in modern games, so yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So you see that as you two take your war form and walks kind of steps back, the woman just roars, and it's low and rumbly like a thunderstorm, and she starts to have after images from how fast she's moving. And
Ooh, super
you-
fast.
Yep. And she will recoil her spider-like appendage and then flick outward, and you'll see all of her tips come flying out at you like arrows. Boop.
There was a moment where I almost thought you said tits, but I know
Tits.
you said tips.
Her tits come
Hey.
flying out at you.
I love this monster. Let's fight her the whole time. Just tits.
Like arrows.
Do you want to use any of your die pool to dodge?
I'll dodge. I'll use part of my die pool to dodge.
Okay.
Yep.
So between
She's just attacking her, right?
yes.
Okay. I just stay back.
Yeah. So between Dex and there's no dodge, right? This is athletics. Yeah. I'm assuming that you want to attack her as well.
Mm-hmm.
So between Dex and Brawl and Dex and Athletics, what's the smaller of the die pools?
It's gonna be Dex and Athletics for me.
Okay.
That's the smaller one.
All right. So divide it in half, round down, and then that will be what you roll to dodge, and it'll be one less to roll for your attack.
Yeah. Do, 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 do.
Oh no, that's a lot of tens.
Oh no.
No. Yep. So we get 2 dice for the dodge. I did
Okay.
not do very well.
Okay.
No.
Oh wait, I also forgot I'm in Krynos, so
Yeah, it goes up.
make sure about that. There is one extra die then, since it splits better. So I've got one success if we were going by standards.
Okay.
So,
All right. Yep. So she only has 9 threshold.
okay.
Oh. How much damage does she do with this? Oh, that's not terrible. You can soak aggravated.
What is this? An attack for ants?
Right? You're in a room. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 aggravated.
That's a lot of aggravated.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember the soak rules now because
It
yeah,
is
it's like
stamina.
stamina.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just straight stamina.
Great stamina. Yeah, but luckily she has to regrow her spines. It's not an every round attack for her.
All right. So I got 1 on the stem, but I also got a 10.
I'll be wrong.
Yeah. And so
Ardyce will hear what sounds like crossbow bolts thunking.
But it's her tits.
Yeah, but it is her tits. Thunking into Cora's body.
mm-hmm.
I wish tits would thunk into my body. Damn.
Yeah, right?
Or you're so lucky.
Thank you.
So how much did you soak?
All right, so that's.
I remember you are in Krynos form, so your stamina goes up.
Oh yeah, yeah. I need 3 more dice. I always
Yeah.
3 more. Okay, yeah, that's pretty good. I got another 10. So 1, 2, 3. I believe I soak 5.
Nice. So you take 4 aggravated.
Yeah, that's better than what it could have been.
Yep. All right. Cora and Ardyce, who wants to go first?
Well, you said Cora first and then me.
Well, you roll the same, so it doesn't matter who goes first.
Well,
Yeah.
Cora got attacked, so
You can-
Cora, you can go first. You just got hit.
You can change
Okay.
every round if you want.
Okay.
All right. So make a stamina roll, difficulty 8,
Yeah.
before anything else to see if you heal one.
Yep.
Because you are werewolves and you are the hardest things to kill in World of Darkness.
Ooh. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 points.
All right. So you heal 1.
Yeah.
As long as you get 1 success, you'll heal 1.
Yep. Because we regenerate that fast.
Yep.
So, yeah, I am gonna go take some claw swings
Okay.
at Black Widow Betty.
Okay.
That's what I'm gonna call her for the moment.
Sure.
Yep, that's strength plus brawl. So 9 plus my 3. So yeah, this is getting ridiculous over here.
Yeah.
That's 13.
13. Yeah, I'm gonna use
Right,
one of my.
I got a 10, but I got also a 1, so those cancel out. And it's you said the threshold difficulty was 8?
6. 6
Oh,
for the
6?
attack. It was 8 for the soak for the regeneration. Because you're regenerating in combat.
Oh yeah, that's 6 successes.
Okay. One of her rage actions was used to dodge, so subtract 3 from your threshold damage.
Yeah.
I believe claws are strength plus 2.
Yeah. Yeah, it's strength +2.
plus the 3 threshold.
Oh,
It should
that's
be. It should be a nasty amount of damage.
8. Yeah, 8. And if we're taking 2 off, off the top. So that brings us to 6, I think, for the threshold, because of the way that works.
Mhm.
Yeah, if I roll it. Yep. I got another 10 on that.
Nice.
God damn.
But
God damn.
I had 2 10s, but there was another natural 1. That's getting suspicious.
Man, I don't like it.
Yep. Might have to bring out the real dice instead of the digital.
Ooh.
Yeah. But yeah, she's going for the swings, and I know Ardyce can't see, but she is not going for a bite. That's bad news bears when you're dealing with tainted creatures,
Yeah.
but no bite.
So how many successes did you get on your damage?
It's just going to be a 1 because I had 2 10s and a
Okay.
1, and then 2 2s and a 5.
And this is aggravated.
Yep.
Yeah. It goes through.
Yep. Claws
Mhm.
out, sun's out.
Yep. And as she starts to bleed, you'll notice that there is very little blood, but what she is bleeding is black. It's more black than red. And you'll hear her lower jaw unhinge and just kind of collapse. And then a voice from inside of her throat just kind of slithers out very low. It just says, "The worm calls to us." And then the guy's jaw unhinges and he says, "The dark times encroach."
It's getting creepy.
Yeah. Ardyce, what would you like to do?
Are they dead?
I mean, what is dead? Because
Well, are
they're
they
up and around.
okay? Then that's fine. I thought you were saying that when this thing happened on their jaw, that they were like dying.
No.
Who's the closest to me that's not? I mean, I can spell Cora, so I'm not going to swing at her.
Okay.
But who's closest to me that I can hear and smell?
It's a crapshoot. They're both. It's a small kitchen. So.
Okay, then wherever this attack goes, it goes. I don't know. If we want to flip a coin?
I mean, as long as you don't botch, you'll hit one of them.
Okay.
But if you botch,
Let's do
you will hit Cora.
Ugh. Okay. How many do I roll?
It's gonna be your dexterity plus brawl. Excuse me.
Brawl.
Remember that you are in Krino's form, so I think that gives you +1 dexterity.
Jeez Louise, goodness. Okay.
Yeah, it
Okay.
gives you 1 dex.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Cool. Heard. Ready?
Do it. You are rolling at difficulty 7, by the way.
Well, I didn't get shit. I got all 6s.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Cool. Awesome. All 6. Difficulty 7, love it. No worries.
Yeah. Yeah, it's normally 5 for claws, but it's 7 when you can't
Cool.
see. So you destroy a table.
Destroyed it. That table looked
Gone.
fucking mean.
Fucking
That was the
gone.
rudest table. Cora, the table's gone. You can fight. It's fine.
Table's gone, Cora.
It's fine. I know it was in your way.
Thank you.
Yep.
Welcome.
Teamwork, baby. Makes the dream work.
Let's go.
The guy kind of looks at the attack that just didn't hit anybody. And then he
That was
brings
on
his
purpose.
scorpion claw up and tries to snap at Cora. So you have no dice left, so this will be full on.
Yeah. This is gonna be full on swing.
4 successes for threshold. What's his damage? Oh, this is lethal, so you should be fine.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That sounded
Lethal's
bad.
lesser than aggravated. It's fine.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
fine.
Okay.
We'll walk it
Yeah,
off.
but it sounds worse.
Yeah.
It
No.
does sound worse.
It does sound so
Yeah,
much worse. It's
And that's
lethal.
the whole point, I
Yeah.
think, of why they named it that way.
Yeah,
It's
because
because it's lethal to everything else
yes,
but us.
yes. Like literally, it is werewolves can soak everything unmitigated, bashing, lethal, and aggravated. Vampires can soak bashing and lethal, but they need a power to soak aggravated. And then mages, who are just humans, can soak bashing, because everything else is fucking terrifying to them.
The mages are glass cannons.
Yeah, one of my favorite memes is it has the Spider-Man, like the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man in his spider suit, and it just instead of the spider, it just says Mage 20th anniversary. And then it says, with great power comes great responsibility. And then the next scene is the scene from the parking lot where he stops the burglar, but he's like doubled over, and the guy has a knife, and it's like, oh, my weakness, a knife. And it's like, this is what it's like to play mage.
Yeah. Knives.
Yeah. My
Standard
one
firearm.
weakness, anything that's not a bat is deadly to mages.
Yeah.
So soak 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lethal.
Okay, dokie. It's okay.
Also has less dice than the woman for damage.
All right. So many screens, so little time.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna forget I'm in my Krynos form. So
No.
yep.
Okay, don't forget.
Yeah. Don't
Hey,
forget that.
You're in your war form. So do your
I
war.
love this sheet because you can actually, it clicks a button and you see the green dots. It's just I have to
Yep.
scroll down to see it. That's
Yep.
the point. All right. Tremor, soak is what was the threshold again?
6, difficulty 6.
So I soaked 3, but I also got a 1, so I soaked 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's not terrible. I don't think you've gone around, right? Because you healed 1, so I
Yep.
put you at 2.
Yep.
And yeah, so you're not even incapacitated. So walks. You saw these things attack Cora, and she is looking rough.
Mm-hmm.
Pun intended for you doggies.
So I'd like to try to get in there with some mother's touch.
Okay.
Mother's touch.
'Cause
Touch
that's
you
what
like
I
your
do.
mother.
That's what I've been waiting to do.
Yeah.
So not your mother.
No.
They make a
Hey.
killer root beer.
Your mother.
Not your mother.
So Gnosis Point, and then Intelligence and Medicine, which would be plus 4. Oh, that's a lot of them.
Yeah.
See if I remember how to use this thing.
Oh, yeah. You bumped up your stats.
No, not those.
Oh.
I've always been good at that. I just roll poorly.
Oh, I get you.
You just rolled bad.
So 1,
So
2 successes.
difficulty is the wounded individual's rage.
Oh. Yeah, what is Cora's rage?
I used 1 to do the thing, so I'm at 6. 6 rage.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So 2 successes.
Okay. No, 3.
No, you got a 1.
Oh, yeah.
That subtracts 1. Yeah.
So you
so-
heal two levels of damage.
Yep.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm not dead yet.
No. Liana, outside, since you decided to stick with Doc at the vomit, it looks like coagulated blood. It's lumpy. It's more black than red, but it's also writhing.
Okay, so it's alive.
There's something alive in the blood.
And there's nothing that looks like glass like we saw before.
No, it's not liquid. It's more mass. It's more solid than a liquid, but it's like gelatin. It's got that consistency, like tapioca pudding of black blood.
I got it.
Yeah.
So essentially, the blood that these people have been coughing, now vomiting up, has evolved.
And you can see that the writhing it looks like little worms, but they have these kind of anteater or not anteater, but these little mandibles, ankeg kind of mandibles.
The ant lions. Yeah, I know what you're trying to get at.
The ant lions, there you go. Instead of a mouth. And it looks like they're writhing towards a tree. And as one of the worms touches the branch, it withers. It starts to turn black, and the limb, you can see it very slowly just kind of disease creeping towards the core of the tree.
Oh, so it kills the tree.
Mm-hmm.
What happens to the worm? Does the worm also wither away?
No.
Damn it.
No. And you'll see Doc immediately shift back into his Hamid form. And he starts to draw in the dirt, kind of like a wide distance away from the tree. But he looks at you, he's like, have you ever done the rite of purification? Have you ever done a cleansing rite before?
I don't think so, no.
All right, then just stay outside the circle that I'm drawing and help me commune with Gaia, because this is not good.
Absolutely.
And he'll start to work on the ritual, a cleansing ritual. That'll take us back inside to the woman. Her barbs have not grown back yet. So she's gonna take 2 swings with her. Oh, use one of those for
Spider
defense.
arms?
With her double arms.
I'm going to use a portion of my pool to dodge, obviously.
Okay. Yeah, I would too. She is doing 2 attacks. She doesn't. She was doing 2 attacks. The first one got 0 successes. It's 2 9s. Got taken out by 2 1s. So you get to use your 1 dodge for 1 attack.
Okay.
But otherwise, because she has 2 arms, she gets 2 attacks for free.
Mm-hmm.
As a single action. Yeah. Somebody's making famori in the town.
Not good.
Nope.
As soon as you described them, I was like, I know.
It's Famori or Fomorians?
Famori.
Mori.
Yeah. Fomorians are legendary creatures. That is where the Fomori come from. The Fomori are tainted humans that have been infused with or have willingly taken upon themselves emergence with Bane spirits. So they can go toe to toe with werewolves. It's funny story. There's 2 books that White Wolf produced from their Black Dog company, which is like the adult. Like you shouldn't be reading this unless you're like mentally prepared
Well,
to.
look.
Yeah, unless you're mentally prepared to handle this. And the Fomori book is one of the two.
It's pretty. Woof.
Yep.
Yeah.
The powers that you can give Fomori are stupid. Where'd you get the dodge?
I had a success, but it got taken away by one.
No,
So.
okay. Her claws don't do aggravated, so you should be fine.
Yep.
This is her lethal attack. Oh no, the ones are hurting. Soak 3. 3 lethal.
Okay. There we go. Thankfully, it's just lethal.
Yeah.
So it's not terrible, not too bad.
Yeah, even though
And-
it sounds bad.
Yeah.
And then I also get to train heal some, so that's the way
Yeah.
that works.
Yeah, because your turn coming up right after her.
Yep.
So Cora and Ardyce, who wants to go first this time?
What you want, Cora? I follow your lead. I just beat the fuck out of the table. I'll get another
Go
one.
ahead and try and get another one.
Yeah.
Get another fucking piece of furniture. You better watch out, you
You
sofa.
better watch out.
We're redecorating in this bitch.
Yeah. I'll break a chair next. You don't know me.
You see what I did to that table?
You know my life.
Get the fuck out from here.
What is this? What is this? What is this stool doing here? Fucking flips it. Not in my
Don't
house.
give it a worm.
6 again, right?
Nature don't have no tables or chairs.
Yeah, it's gonna be 6 dice. Difficulty
And-
7.
Whoever gets hit, gets hit.
Yep.
Okay.
Don't
All
botch.
right. Good luck, everybody else.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. 2 successes.
All right, good. Because
And no
now,
punches.
Walks was close enough that you might have hit him.
No absolute fuck ups and 2 successes. Well,
we love
is a
that.
10 considered a double success?
No, a 10 you can re-roll.
Yeah, you
Uh-oh.
reroll. It explodes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm used to that. No, that fucking sucks. It was 3.
Okay.
It still counts as a 10 on top, so it's just added. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's great.
Hot.
Yeah, you don't have to get rid of your
Yeah.
10.
It doesn't replace it. It just adds to it. So you got what? 2 successes, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think that. Well, even or odds in your favor.
Evens.
Evens. That's a 6. So you hit the guy who did not have time to give himself rage points for extra action. So he cannot defend himself against this. So,
Yeah.
so you're gonna do your strength in Krino's form, plus 2
Okay,
for
hold
the claws, and
on.
then 2 more for your threshold.
Wait, as in the dice?
So
Jesus Christ.
you roll that number
4?
of dice. 4.
Wait. Plus what?
Your strength in Krino's form.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Plus 2 more dice for your claws,
Yes.
and
Yes.
plus 2 more dice on top of that for the threshold that you just scored.
Okay.
Yeah.
Question. When it says Krinos, it says plus 4. Is that based off of the strength that I already have?
Yeah. So
No,
whatever.
that's in addition to the
Yeah,
strength
so-
you currently have.
Yeah. So if you have a strength of 2 in your human form, when you become a Krino's form, you add strength on. You add 4 on top of that, so you have 6.
So I have 10 dice to roll. Got it.
There you go.
Good.
Yeah, there you go.
3 balls of fire. 1, 2, 3.
Look at you being a monster.
Hey,
Okay, let's go, bitch.
you get extra surprises if you actually kill him.
Yeah.
Well, one got absorbed by my crotch.
Oh,
Don't know where that dice went.
I hope it had
that
consent.
I don't know. I have. What was the threshold again?
6. Always 6 on damage.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3. Okay, 3 7s and a 10. But I do have a 1. So
Okay. Well, re-roll the 10.
okay. Can I re-roll the 1 that I rolled, or that's not how?
I mean, the 1 still is going to remove one of your successes, but your
Okay.
if you want to use one of those dice to re-roll.
Will do, since I lost one in my crotch.
Yeah.
Ah! It went into
Man, your crotch is like a
Okay,
black
no.
hole for dice.
It really is. It's like my dice love my crotch.
Hmm.
Okay, no. It was
Mm.
It's like
still
your candy ever stacked down.
So you rolled 10 dice and you got 3 successes then.
correct.
Okay. Okay. And you're doing
And-
aggravated.
Yeah.
So let's see.
Can I
What-
kill him?
We'll see.
Can I murder him?
I rolled 2, so I take 1 aggravated from you. You connect. You feel your claw hit something, and it gurgles in pain.
And it's not a table, baby.
It is not a table. And you'll hear the voice again come out of his, like the guttural voice come out of his throat. The sun's time has ended.
I don't think so.
Cora.
Yeah, I would like to suck. I would like to heal some
Yeah, so
damage.
roll your stamina. Difficulty
Yes,
8
yes.
to heal 1 health level.
Yes. So I got 4 successes, but I've got a 1, so it's 3 successes.
Yep. All you need is 1. You heal 1 more health level.
Yay.
That was reflexive though. What do you want to do with your turn? You still have a couple of dice.
I wanna swing at the spider lady again. I'm gonna claw at her.
Okay.
So that's. Yep. That's. Now you understand why I have so many dice when it comes to doing this part.
Yeah. A rune gonna rune.
Yep.
Wait, you don't have a lot of dice because they get eaten by your crotch?
I think that's only you right now.
Damn. That is just a strange phenomenon to happen.
So it would be 13. We take it down to 10 because of the dodge action,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. Could it be that just the gremlin wants to be involved and they want to roll dice?
I have to blame it on them. You know that we got an ultrasound, and when we scrolled over to them, their fist was cocked. And I was like, that's my fucking child, man.
Ready to go.
Wow. That's
It's like, be
amazing.
gentle. That's the inside of me. Be gentle.
I've got
They're locked in.
I've got 2 successes. Again, the ones coming at me.
2 successes. You know what? I'm not gonna use my rage action for defense this time. I want to get a second attack. So that's gonna be 2 threshold.
This is always the tricky part for me.
Mm-hmm.
Because yeah, it's basically your strength plus 2.
In Krino's form.
Yep.
Plus 2 for the claws and plus 2 more for your threshold successes.
Yep.
It should be a lot of damage.
Yeah, that's a lot. Yeah. Because we're still at like freaking 10 dice almost.
Damn.
Runes? Now don't play.
They don't fuck around.
And the damage, if I remember, it's above 5. Everything's up for claws. It's 5. So
Yes.
that's 6.
Okay.
And again, no biteys.
Yep.
Because normally it's the claw bite club, but nope.
Yep. You dig into their flesh, and whereas the first attack that you did kind of scratched the surface. Even now that you've dug deep into their flesh, like you can see that it's thick. There's a bit of miasma that comes out when you tear and rend their flesh apart, and it's black. It is sickening. And as it falls on the remnant of the chair or the table that Ardyce destroyed, kind of like a morning fog, you see it start to destroy the furniture.
It's nasty.
Yeah.
Nasty.
So it's both of you. The guy takes a step back and cocks his hand upward where all the black obsidian is, and the flakes shoot out like a shotgun blast.
Ooh.
So he's gonna hit both of you.
And I've got no dice to dodge. Nothing.
Neither does Ardyce. Oh no. Oh, but there's ones. Okay. I saw the 2 10s first and I was like, oh no, but there's 2 1s.
And then you're like, oh.
Yeah. Perfectly balanced like all things should be. Okay. So I only got 3 successes. And it does... Oh, yeah, the flakes don't do that much damage. So both of you need to soak 1, 2, 3, 4 aggravated.
Ooh, aggravated too.
Yep. But this also is a one time until he regrows it.
Mm-hmm.
One more time.
One
that
more
threshold?
time.
What's the threshold?
Difficulty 6. You're gonna roll just your stamina. But remember, it's your stamina in Krino's form.
Yep.
Okay. 8. What did you say the threshold was? I forgot.
6.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
2 successes.
Okay. So you take 4 aggravated, and you'll feel these. I'm gonna say they're gonna be like chair leg thickness, just kind of quills, just puncture your core body, like center of mass. What did Cora get?
I got 2 successes as well. It was 3, but there was a 1.
Okay. So same thing, just this relentless pump of these chair leg thick spikes puncture into you. Where are you?
I'm tipping right here. I'm about to go into incapacitated again.
Okay.
We're right there.
So
should I call for the others, or are they just hanging out outside?
Well, Walks is definitely in
Walks
here
is in
trying
the
to
room.
heal.
Yeah, Walks is in the room with you. The only ones that are outside are Liana and Doc. They probably won't come if you call.
They
Yeah,
will
they
not
probably
come?
won't come.
Mm,
They're in the middle of a ritual.
yeah.
Oh. Well, should I try
Yeah, but
anyways?
you wouldn't know that we were.
I
in the
was about
middle
to
of
say
it.
that.
Yeah,
Like,
you wouldn't
yeah.
know. And there's
wouldn't be like
always
call,
there's
but-
always another pack. There's at
Yeah.
least 2 packs kind of patrolling the grounds, so you could try to reach out to
can
one
I
of them.
call of my wild?
Yeah, next turn.
Okay.
That'll be
Okay.
your action.
Okay.
So Walks, what do you want to do now that you see Cora's barely standing?
Yeah, Cora's worse off, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just making sure. I'm gonna do the same
That's how our runes work.
same thing again.
Yep.
Gnosis point. Roll them
Yeah.
dices.
Roll them dices.
And so I re-roll one of them, or is that only for certain things?
Yeah, no, you can
The
reroll that
10 is
10.
the always?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you explode.
Especially when you only have 2. Oh,
So that's
Aw.
2.
2 successes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, that's healing, my boy.
Yeah.
It's 2.
So 2 health levels.
Mm-hmm.
That helps.
And
Yeah.
Can I see anywhere, or have we seen like the original inhabitants of the cabin?
Yeah, they're standing. They're lying down underneath the two Fomori that you're fighting.
Oh, are they like dead, or are they like going insane because they're seeing? What
No,
they're seeing?
they look like they're dead.
Oh, okay.
No. But you can also see that there's something writhing in their wounds.
Gross.
That's how taint do. It spreads.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm not sure that I can do much about any of that right now, but
Yeah.
keep it in mind for when they go down.
If.
When?
Outside Liana and Doc, you see that he finishes the circle. He's drawn in some glyphs. Some of them you recognize from different rituals that you have had. You've assisted in the past or led in the past. And immediately he starts to call on spirits. It's similar to what Walks was doing in Doc's office. But out here where civilization has less of a touch, it's much more easier to call a spirit. And you'll see this massive, like 6 foot tall squirrel just thump, thump, thump through the trees towards you.
I was waiting for you to say spider again.
No, you're in a forest. Weaver spirits hang
Yeah, but it
out
was
in the city.
spider last time. I don't know.
No.
So I see a giant squirrel.
Yep. And it comes bounding towards him. And he kind of points at the tree. The squirrel spirit requires a sacrifice. I've had to use most of my abilities to kind of get the ritual going. Do you mind paying the bill, as it were?
Pay it how?
You got to give up some of your spiritual essence to the squirrel.
Okay. That's fine, I guess.
Yeah. So it basically means that you can give up a gnosis point, like you've used the gnosis point. And for every gnosis point you give up that way, the squirrel will do more for you. If you give up a permanent gnosis point, the squirrel will do even more. But it is expensive to bring up gnosis.
I'm confused.
Mm-hmm.
Where is the temporary gnosis that you're talking about coming from?
The little dots underneath it, the second track,
Yeah.
that's your use pool.
So is it technically full if I take the one permanent away?
Yeah, if you take one permanent away, you'll still have your full access to your gnosis, but instead of having 4 to pull from, you only have 3.
Right, but is the one permanent one equal to the bottom row?
No.
No, that's the size of the pool.
Yeah.
The maximum size that you can have.
Yeah. So right now you can use up to 4. If you wanted to use all of your gnosis as a sacrifice, you could pay 4 temporary gnosis. But if you give up a permanent point of gnosis, you'll only be able to access 3 points in the future.
Until I build up more.
Until you pay for more if you want to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Giving up the permanent one is like, de-leveling yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Say that again?
It's like sacrificing a level. It's giving up experience because you need experience. The actual points are what you normally spend.
Yeah.
It's an extreme thing to give up the permanent one in order to get that one extra bit.
Yeah.
I feel like Liana would though. Liana would give up the permanent one.
Sure.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
Permanent gone.
Okay. And the squirrel, you see that there's this tendril of energy. The grass around you looks a little bit more vibrant, and the grass around the squirrel looks a little bit more vibrant, and there is this tether connecting the two of you for a moment, and it manifests as an acorn in its hands, and it just plops it into its mouth greedily. And it bends down, puts his top of its head against the circle that Doc drew, and in an instant you'll see the tree catch fire, and the bile that they vomited up catches fire, and everything inside the circle is just burnt to a crisp in an instant. It's this perfect, almost perfect circle, because Doc is human after all. But it's a circular patch of just black, and then it hops up, and when it lands, the earth around you shakes a little bit, and everything kind of collapses to just this pile of ash. And Doc bows to the squirrel. The squirrel kind of bows back, and then it comes over, and then it touches its head to yours, and then goes bounding back into the forest. Inside the house, the two shapes look down at the bodies that they claimed, and then you'll see just this black miasma come out of Gabrielle's wounds and Clarence's wounds, and there is this moment where the air around them ripples, very much like what it feels like to step sideways, and for an instant, all of you that can see will see the Bane spirits that are attached to each of them just pull them into the Umbra.
Well, the Fomori or
The Fomori.
corpses?
No, the Fomori.
Okay.
So, you survived this encounter.
Oh, you're injured.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But that's the life of a werewolf.
I'm gonna be trying to apply traditional medicines
Yeah.
to oh my god, pulling the chair legs out.
Are they dead? I say out loud. Because I don't smell them anymore.
No, they just left.
Huh. Where did we get stabbed? Like on our bodies? Like centrally or like on our limbs?
No, like center of mass. So,
Beautiful.
like, wherever you want, bro. Like, if you want it to be on one of, like, an upper chest area, lower chest area, wherever you want.
Right in the middle.
Boom. Right
I was
under the
gonna
rib
say-
cage.
Is getting zapped gonna make you swell? Because then you could have the tits that you wanted.
Well, right now
Yeah.
I'm in Krino's form, so I don't think I would want tits
Fair enough.
in this form.
Yeah.
I don't know, isn't that one of the things? Plus tits, Krinos?
Plus tits,
What?
yeah.
Tits?
Plus tits and Krinos.
Put them in the microwave?
Yeah.
My wife.
But yeah, you Walks will notice that the wounds are grievous, even for a werewolf. Like, it is gonna be better for them to use their regeneration than to actually apply any kind of medicine. Like, there's no human medicine that's gonna stave this corruption.
No, it's just yanking the chunks out.
Oh yeah.
So
No, you can
they
do
don't-
that.
They
Yeah.
don't hurt more.
Yeah.
Unless did they also burst into little flames? No.
No.
Oh.
No, so they're stuck in us
Yeah, you
until they're removed.
can pull them out. Yeah.
Do you know if they're safe to be removed?
it's less safe to not remove them.
Yeah.
Correct.
But I mean, like, you don't know what they're made of. So
They're made of worm
is it
paint.
is it
Worm taint.
safe for you to touch
Girl
it?
dinner.
No, but it's less safe for it to stay inside of them.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Which form helps us heal the best? Did you say?
For normal people, it's anything that's not Hamid. Anything that's not their breed form. For
But
you, it's
mine is
any
Hamid?
form.
Any form. Got it.
And you can heal in any form because of your metis.
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Okay.
one of the good
That's-
things of being metis.
Well, inbred. Okay.
Hmm.
The she'll shift back into Hamid. I don't have to spend anything to do that, right?
No, you do have to roll.
What do I roll?
Stamina and primal urge minus whatever wound penalties you're at.
Penalties.
And did they take the bodies with them too?
No, they left them.
Okay,
Great,
I'm
love
gonna
that.
inspect that then as well.
Mhm. It looks like wherever they were bitten or clawed at, the wound is festering, and there's the black veins are kind of spreading out towards the center of the body.
So I'm gonna start drawing a circle.
At this point, Liana comes into the house,
Mhm.
see what happened, and also to tell everybody to set the bodies on fire.
Set the bodies on fire.
Yeah, there's the taint is heavy here. Did Doc come along, or did he dip out after doing the ritual?
No, he's there.
Okay.
He looks
Doc,
tired.
maybe you can help me with the rite of cleansing.
Yeah, we just did it outside.
Oh,
So I can help. I can't help you pay for any of the services that the spirits are going to demand. And I wouldn't ask Liana either. She stepped up when the squirrel appeared.
Good.
Ardyce, I think you would have really liked to see the giants, or to like be around the giant squirrel.
I'm sure, but unfortunately, I have to take these arrows out of my chest. What are these exactly?
They
are.
feel gross. It's a. You remember that little liquid toy that was in that cylinder that had the hole in the center? That was like
Yeah,
a little
yeah, like
worm.
the-
It
What?
was like a worm toy in the 90s. Like it was.
Squeeze it.
Yeah, it's like the
and-
glitter tube, and you squeeze
Yeah.
it, and it comes out of your
Yeah.
hand.
It feels like
The
that. It feels.
fleshlight? The child's fleshlight that we would all have
Yeah.
and then
Correct.
get in a gift
Child
for?
flesh-
Yes.
Flashlight. Wow,
Yeah.
I can't believe I said that.
Yeah, the
Oh
my gosh.
childish fleshlight. Yes, thank you for that.
So
It feels
a
like
sharp
that.
arrow pierced me with as being the same consistency as the fleshlight?
Hmm. The moment you
Okay.
reach up and grab it, it feels disgusting and more
Okay.
liquid than solid.
But it hit me solid,
Yep,
not flaccid.
not flaccid.
Okay. All right. Well,
If it had been
Well,
aimed
I'm
at your
gonna
face,
go
it might have
help.
been flaccid.
I'm gonna go help pull them out.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, everybody feels the grossness
because those need to go in the same pile with the corpses.
with the corpses
Yep.
in the same fire.
Yeah, can I look for something in the house to like use as tweezers or tongs or something?
Yeah, you can use like hand towels or something if you don't want to touch it with your bare hands.
I definitely don't. But we're pulling them out of both of you.
Yep.
great. Love it.
Then I'll just take the time to, and Doc knows how to do it, and the more people we have,
Yeah.
doing our screaming and circling and
Mm-hmm.
counterclockwise, whatever.
Yeah, and you will sense that there's spirits around, but they're minor. They're not large. You can see them reflected in the window panes. You can see them kind of in the shadow of different things as the setting sun is kind of casting long shadows in the room. And same thing that happened outside happens in here. There's this flash fire inside the circle that just eats up the bodies and the crossbow bolts that they launched out at you. And it doesn't spread. It doesn't like light the house on fire. It just, there's this just perfect cylinder of black where the hole was drawn, where the circle was drawn on the floor, and the same kind of circular blackness on the roof where the fire extended.
Oh, it just succeeds.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What were those?
The last of my gnosises.
Your
Yeah.
Nosai?
You know,
I figure that's 2 persons
yes.
lens, and then Misk.
Yeah. The Gnosis.
It's everything I know.
Yep.
Well,
Cora just kind of looks at Doc and looks at Walks, and it's very much, what is? What happened? What are they?
taint.
Doc shakes
creature
his
of the
head.
worm.
Yeah, that's a new one on me. I heard that there's been these creatures out on the East Coast, but that's where the cities are. That's where, you know, people are, the hustle and bustle of life. I didn't think these things would already be out here.
With the train.
There's got to be some connection then. I'll see if I can get you access to the Douglas house and the house that Miss Dumont was staying at. You might need to see if there's anything that they shared in common.
Mm-hmm.
I know the sheriff will let you inspect the jail if you need to, since that's where Mr. Douglas was working out of. But yeah, this I don't like it.
This is, I don't remember. Have we seen this kind of humans getting tainted like this before?
No.
Okay. I was trying to remember
I
if
think
that.
we
the
we
very
asked
first
that
one
at the
was-
beginning, and we were all like, "Right."
Yeah.
Well, in the one shot, we dealt with a worm tainted thing.
You did.
There we go.
But no, you
But
have
that didn't
not
happen.
you have not dealt with that kind of thing here.
Okay. Because I think I did a rite of cleansing then.
You did.
Well, yeah. Okay.
Remember, it was a whole crazy centipede carriage thing.
There was.
Yeah,
Great.
yeah. Made out of wood and goop.
Yeah.
Wood and yuck. But yeah, so yeah, this is a whole new level of stuff. And yeah, Cora's like, they almost brought me down twice. You know, it's that sort of thing. They're that tough.
I think Liana needs to send another telegram to Hugh.
Okay.
Hugh Grant.
Yeah.
Yes, Hugh Grant.
Wow, that's amazing that
Yeah.
he's in this storyline.
Yeah.
I know, right?
He must be a vampire because
Yeah.
he's lived forever now.
Just like Adam Driver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shut up!
But as
Mhm.
the group kind of licks their wounds, discusses what to do next.
Oh no! Don't lick those wounds. Do not lick those
No,
wounds.
No licky.
turn of phrase.
Taint.
But as you make your way back into town, I think this is a good point to call it for tonight. Trouble is afoot in conflict. whatever.
You're saying there's conflict in conflict?
Conflict in conflict. Who'd have thunk?
Cora, do that up close to the camera again. Sorry.
Conflict in conflict?
There you
Yeah,
go.
that's a thumbnail. As always, I want to thank you guys. I want to thank the audience for joining us. As always, let's give you guys a
Are we
chance.
recorded? Sorry.
No, man, don't surprise them like that. But yeah, I want to give you guys a chance to plug whatever you're into. So let's start with the bottom row. Let's start with the walks. Donald, what do you?
Nothing this week.
Nothing this week.
No, but check out. I hear other Tuesdays are going well too.
Other Tuesdays.
With, what's going on there?
Yeah, we'll get there when we get to the schedule.
Oh.
Cora, what do you have to work if people find you online if you want to be found?
Well, for instance, you can find me on Blue Sky. You can find me on, technically, you can find me on the Twitters or the Bird app, as it likes to be called now. I don't usually use it now. You can find me on Instagram. It's all under the Goth Fury Corn or at the Goth Fury Corn. I don't really have much going on in the docket. I'm just a quiet, busy person that plays a lot of games.
Living the dream. Liana, what are you up to? Where can people find you online if you want to be found?
I will be here playing this lovely game.
Yeah.
Scheduled to be announced soon for our next month.
Okay.
And don't find me online.
Noted. And Ardyce, what are you up to? Where can people find you online if you want to be found?
Here sometimes. I'll be there sometimes.
Sometimes.
Don't find me. I don't want to be found. That's it. Love you. Mean it. Bye, everybody.
Yeah. I'm hoping that we can see your face again on Thursday.
I would love that because I want to.
You gotta meet the new guy.
The new guy at Legend of the Five Rings, and also I haven't played some Mori in a long time, and I like them. Yeah.
The new guy is a Phoenix samurai who is also about 6'2", 6'3".
I'm 6'4", so
okay. All right, don't get. It's not a pissing contest, bro. It's just people are large.
It could be, and I'll piss farther.
You might. But as always, thank you guys for taking part in this craziness. As always, you can find us here on Mondays for Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition. Tuesdays are for Werewolf the Wild West, like you just saw, or Scion 1st edition, where you play the Children of Gods. And then Thursdays are for Legend of the Five Rings or 7th Sea. And you can also catch me on Wednesdays over at McStabber Studios, as I've infiltrated all of their World of Darkness splats. And sometimes you can catch me there on Friday, where I play Kansas City's newest, most devilishly handsome Baron. And then I might be making an appearance in their Saturday Hidden City Chronicle. But we'll see what happens there. I am in too many fucking games, is what I've just noticed. But as always, please take care of yourselves, because I just noticed that I need to take care of myself, because I'm stretching a little thin. But just know that it is okay to not be okay. And if you're watching us live and you're in Twitch chat, there's phone numbers going up, so you can find the help closest to you, whether you need to call somebody or text somebody. There's options there. If you're not in the United States or you don't do well with phone calls, you can always go to findthehelpline.com. It'll help you find the resources in the area nearest you, just so you know that there are people out there who want to help you, and the world is a better place with you in it. So please, if you feel like you need help, there are resources. You just got to reach out and take that first step. So as always, please take care of yourselves. We will see you when we see you. Have a good night, everybody. Bye.